Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at how Super Saiyan Gohan Future does in the Omega Shenron event. Now obviously we've taken a look at how the Super Saiyan Trunks Future does in this event, so I thought it would be pretty cool and pretty interesting to take a look obviously at how Super Saiyan Gohan Future does in this event. Now of course, as I'm sure you can all imagine, it's a pretty good job. Honestly speaking, yeah, I think for me personally, Super Saiyan Gohan's a great unit. I do think he definitely needs a dupe. It feels like at 55% he's not necessarily as maybe powerful as he is with one dupe, and that's largely because of how his damage reduction works. For those who don't really know, his damage reduction actually largely kicks on when he's actually super attacking, which is in some cases not too great, especially in events where there's AoE and that. You can tend to find that before Gohan builds up a bit of defense, he's actually a little bit vulnerable to chip damage. Now of course that's not the absolute end of the world. It's not like it makes him bad or anything. But it's just something that I note, that when you get a dupe in him, it definitely alleviates that problem very quickly. So yeah, big thing about Gohan, obviously that greatly raising attack and raising his defense, massively raising his attack and greatly raising his defense one turn. He's got that damage reduction of 40% for 5 turns from start of turn. He's then got that additional attack and defense that he gets with each attack performed. That additional damage reduction of 20% flat that he gets, and then he gets an additional 20% with a high chance of becoming a super attack when he is 18 or more. So like after super he has like 80% damage reduction during the first 5 turns, which is really high, and then after super, from 5 turns onwards he has 40%, but he also raises his defense a lot. Like he'll have 400k defense, which is incredibly good, usually around about that mark. And then remember, he's also greatly raising his defense on his 18 key. He's also firing off additional super attacks. He's got guaranteed additional super attacks with 20 key or more, so he's guaranteed usually to fire off 3 maybe 4 super attacks as well. He can have very high defense. That coupled with 40% damage reduction makes him very good. He is a very good unit. There's nothing wrong with him. Generally speaking, I think he's really good. He's incredibly solid, good damage dealer as well, plus you got his active skill, which is also very powerful. There's just a lot that makes him really good. I think the big thing ultimately at the end of the day, like I said, is that early on he's a little bit prone to chip damage, but in the Omega Shenron event that's really not even an issue at all. He literally is more than fine in the Omega Shenron event, because he has that kind of leeway to build himself up. So the event lets him really just kind of get that really good kind of build up happening, which I think is incredibly important when we're assessing just how good he does in the long run. I think it's incredibly imperative when you're assessing how well he does. He gets that build up, he gets that time to just fire off a couple super attacks, to build up his attack and defense, and just be really good. So yeah, for me, I think personally speaking, he's incredibly good, very solid, and yeah, I'm honestly very happy with his performance. I think he's exceptional in this event, and I think he's exceptional in a lot of events, of course, but I really find that he's super impressive in this one. Yeah, just a great unit, really. But yeah, that's basically it. Honestly, there's not too much more to say, because he really is just honestly that dominant when it comes to these kind of events. You'll see his damage output, as you saw there, instantly incinerating certain phases. Once you get his active skill off, you get this window, especially in the 5th, 6th turn, where he's almost invincible, and then also just does a ridiculous sum of damage. like a ridiculous amount of damage. So yeah, I think for me there's definitely like a a good tempo to him as a unit, and I really enjoy using him right now. I think he's really fun, and he's a ton of like great, really fun, good, strong unit to use. And yeah, I think for me, if you got him, you should definitely use his team. His team is also super powerful, of course. I love it getting a buff from the worldwide celebration. But yeah, I think for me, definitely, at least I find that Gohan is very strong, very consistent unit, and yeah, I think he's super duper fun to use, super impactful, and you can see here he just absolutely crunches it when it comes to dealing out the damage. But yeah, that's basically gonna be it for me. Honestly speaking, is really not much more to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, let me know, and yeah, as always, really good stuff, really good stuff. Really impressed and super happy with his performance. Let me know if there's any unit you'd like me to do next in the Omega Shenron event, but for now I think that's going to be it. I might do 1 or 2, I might do the 5th year anniversary LRs, and then we'll just try out a couple of other events and see how things go. But yeah, that's it's really good, and he pairs up great also as well, by the way. Link set, just want to mention that. But yeah, that's it from me. See you guys next time. Bye.